Hi everyone, welcome back to David at Go to Hobbies. Right, I know it's unusual to see me here in this position, but I'm in bed and I've been thinking about spirits, ghosts, and the supernatural. Years ago, when I was really heavily into UFO research, I used to wanted to know about everything about the paranormal, and that includes ghosts and the supernatural. Now, because I'm a very inquisitive person, I discovered that we have abilities ourselves. When I say abilities, some can read people's minds, some people can predict the future, some people can see into different realities, some people see ghosts, some people can actually um, what's the word I'm looking for? Communicate with spirits that have passed over. Me, myself, I don't have those sort of abilities. What I do have is the ability to understand things from a different perspective. Um, I suppose when I say that, it's about being different, I suppose, and the understanding about life. We've always asked the question, what is the purpose of life? And everyone has their own opinion. And all through my life, I've been wondering, what is the purpose of life? And I'm starting to understand it a bit more now because obviously I'm a lot older. Now, the thing is, um, what a lot of people, well, this rephrase that. My understandings is that when we have a dream, right, we are dreaming and we can be in a different reality. We can be in our body, but we don't have the pains of our physical world. In other words, what we have now. We I suffer with a bad back, and in my dreams I don't have a bad back. How do you define a dream? Well, my understanding is this. You're dreaming, your um spirit, your mind is perhaps somewhere else. It could be on this earth. You could be seeing things. You could be feeling things, right? We all had good dreams. We've all had bad dreams, and we've all had scary dreams. And I don't know about you, but when we're poorly, we seem to have bad dreams, and I don't know why. There's probably a logic behind it. But for me, I find dreams are really interesting, and I find that because when we go to bed and we shut off from reality and go off to dream world. Now, in my next video, I tell you about my experience as a Reiki healing master and the ability to do meditation and stuff like that. You might find that interesting. So it's one of those things that you understand about when you're dreaming. Perhaps you're in a different reality. You are more with the subconscious or the higher realms of consciousness. I haven't got the answers, but I have my opinions. I might be wrong. I don't know. But the whole purpose of this is to explore the dreams. I don't know about you, but have you had a dream that has reoccurred? I have, but not often. And I can tell you other things that have happened to me over the period of time, which I don't know if anyone else has experienced. As a kid, right, I used to look at cars and they had faces. It's weird. Things you are, things you do when you're a kid. excuse me, Mr. Monk, you understand things in a different light. In other words, you're not impregnated with all these adult thoughts. You're not got all those years of programming of different things. You are just like a new hard drive as such. You haven't got all those pieces of information in your brain. So when you're a child, you're acceptable to different realities and different thoughts and different feelings and stuff like that, which is a fascinating thing. But I'll leave you with this thought before I go. When I was a child, I had one specific dream I can still remember to this day. And I'll tell you about it and I'll tell you what I felt and how it made me feel before you go. And I was dreaming of a is how do I describe it? It was, I don't know if it was in black and white. I think it was in colour. I can't remember now. It's such a, I mean, when you're a kid, I do remember the dream, but it was these pipes coming out the ground, and they were laying on, like, what's the word? Trestles, as such, and it was not so much about having the dream, it was the essence of the dream, the feeling I got with it, which was the most unusual. Someone said to me that was from a dream from a past life. If you know more about it than me, please let me know. But I just feel that when we have a dream, and this is what I was saying to you about, are we in a different reality? Are we dreaming from another incarnation? Perhaps a previous life or a future life. We're seeing things from the future. I don't know. What's your take on it? Obviously, I've got a lot to talk about, as you can well tell. But I find, if you can hear that noise, I've got a little doggy down the side of me. She's asleep. So, bless her. So, what I'm saying to you is, because it's bedtime now, and I like to go to sleep, and I like to have dreams, and I find them fascinating. And sometimes you're having that type of dream, and you think to yourself, I don't want to wake up from this. It's such a nice experience. Um, and you have exciting dreams. Um, you have I'll never forget. I used to keep having a dream where I was levitating. I could levitate in my dreams, and almost like I'm a HGV driver by trade. I know it's a sort of skip off the subject slightly, but it's relevant to what I was going to say to you, and that is, I used to have these dreams that I'd be going along and the load I was carrying would take me over. So I had to think about how I moved the truck I was driving in to stop. It's almost like having a load of stuff hanging from the ceiling of the truck. And as you turn the corner, whereas you turn round to the right, that load will swing to the left. I don't know, it's perhaps premonition of what could happen. So it's a fascinating subject, having dreams and how you view dreams and how you I was thinking of the word dissect it, but I want to say that's the correct word, but more as you analyze a dream and want to find out what it means and stuff like that. A lot of talking, isn't it? But I just find dreams are absolutely fascinating. And I really haven't talked a lot about dreams on my YouTube channel, but I think I will start doing it because I find it a fascinating subject. And every night we go to sleep and we have our dreams. Sometimes we remember them in the morning, sometimes we don't, but most often I do. It's almost like you have a dream of you've gone to a place, you've done something, or you're doing something in your dream. you drop into this situation halfway halfway through, and you don't remember the start of it, but you remember most of it. And I'll tell you one little thing before I go, sorry. And that is, I remember waking myself up from a dream. Excuse me, sorry. And it was weird. And the reason why I'm saying it's weird is, when you watch a TV, the old fashioned TVs, right? And when you change the channel, you've got all those lines coming down, and you think to yourself, you're off channel. And it was just the same as me waking myself up from a dream. And it's the only time I've done it. I'll never forget that dream. Sorry, not about the dream, but waking myself up from a dream. And have you ever done that? I just find it so fascinating. So, sorry, it's a bit of a long-winded dream. Sorry, a long-winded video, but I find it absolutely fascinating, and I'd like to share my experiences by telling you what I've done and what I'm going to do more of. Excuse me, sorry, I'm getting tired. So, hence why I'm in bed, and obviously I'm gonna go to sleep very shortly because I'm rather tired. But I thought I'll make a quick video about dreams, and hopefully you would share some light on your experiences of your dreams, and what experiences you've had in your dreams and stuff like that. Have you had recurring dreams and stuff like that? So I'm really interested to find out what people like yourself and like me have experienced. So please leave a comment down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe to the channel, it will help the channel grow and get the video out to other people like you and me that are interested in this sort of thing. So thanks everyone, and I'll leave with the saying, sweet dreams. Night night.